Welcome to TallyPrime videos. In this video, we will look at the steps to record some basic TCS transactions related to sale of any goods using TallyPrime. To start with, for the new TCS provision, that is, sale of any goods, tax is applicable on receipt basis and not at the time of sale. Also, it is applicable when the value of transactions related to the party for sale of any goods provision exceeds 50 lakhs in the current financial year and only on the value above threshold limit. Businesses that follow calculation of TCS for sales of any goods on realization basis will have to create nature of goods as sale of any goods, set the option tax calculation based on realization to yes, and enter the threshold exemption limit as 50 lakhs. Therefore, tax will be calculated only on value exceeding 50 lakhs. Further, it is important to specify PAN details in Ledger Master of the TCS party. As you know, tax rates are different for the PAN and without PAN parties. Let us now record a TCS sales transaction for sale of any goods provision and see how the details configured in the Nature of Goods Master help us in the transaction. In the sales invoice, select the TCS party. Select the TCS sales ledger configured with sale of any goods, nature of goods, and press enter. The TCS allocation screen is displayed. Here you can change the nature of goods if required. Note that only nature of goods configured to calculate tax on accrual are listed by default. You can get nature of goods with tax on realization by enabling the option Override Tax Calculation of Realization Based Nature of Goods in F12. On enabling this, Based on Realization field will appear. Select the nature of goods to view the value in Based on Realization field. Press enter to accept the default option, which is nature of goods linked in the TCS sales ledger selected. Select the stock items, enter the quantity and rate. As you can see, the amount is above 50 lakh. If you select the tax ledger, TCS is not calculated as the nature of goods linked in sales ledger is configured to calculate tax only on realization and not on accrual. The tax analysis will show you a message that this voucher has no tax implications. Tax analysis is not supported in the invoice. Save the invoice. For this sale, you can record the receipt voucher where tax can be applied. In the receipt voucher, select the bank ledger and select the TCS party ledger. Enter the amount. In the bill-wise details screen, select against reference and choose the sales invoice. Select TCS duty ledger. The TCS allocation details screen is displayed. Select the nature of goods that was selected in the sales invoice. This screen is displayed only when the nature of goods selected in the TCS duty ledger is any or the one with tax on realization. You will see that tax is calculated only for the amount above the threshold limit of 50 lakh. That is, for 2 lakhs, as the nature of goods is configured to calculate tax on the value above 50 lakhs. Save the voucher. In Form 27EQ, you can see that the 2 lakh for which tax was calculated is included under collection at normal rate and 50 lakh is included as under exemption limit. Now let us see how TCS is calculated for a sale of any goods accrual nature. In case of accrual nature, tax will be calculated either in the TCS sales or advance receipt transaction. This happens when the value of transactions related to the party for sale of any goods provision exceeds 50 lakhs in the current financial year and only on the value above threshold limit. In the TCS sales invoice, select TCS party. Select the TCS sales ledger where accrual nature of goods is selected. Select the stock item, enter the quantity and rate. As you see, total value is more than 50 lakhs, the threshold limit set, and if you select TCS duty ledger, tax will be calculated only on the value exceeding the threshold limit. Go to tax analysis to see the calculation details. The amount above threshold limit will be shown as taxable value with respective tax rate defined in nature of goods and the tax value. Save the transaction. Now, let us see what happens if the amount is below threshold limit for the same nature of goods with tax on accrual. Select the TCS party. Select the TCS sales ledger where accrual nature of goods is selected. Select the stock item. Enter the quantity and rate. As you see, the amount is less than 50 lakhs. TCS is not calculated for this transaction as shown when you select the TCS ledger. Save the transaction. TallyPrime will keep track of the transaction value related to the party for sale of any goods. If the threshold limit is exceeded, then in the next sales transaction for the same TCS party, tax will be applied on the amount above the limit. As you can see, the 10 lakhs in this transaction is added to the 45 lakhs in the previous transaction for the party. Based on the cumulative value, the tax is applied on 5 lakhs, the amount above the threshold limit, as shown in the tax analysis. Save the transaction. If you open the form 27EQ, you can see that tax calculated for 5 lakh is included under collection at normal rate and 50 lakh is included as under exemption limit. You can similarly create nature of goods for other TCS eligible natures such as scrap, timber, tendu leaves and so on, and configure tax rate, calculation type, exemption limit for tax calculation. You can pay the TCS collected to the department on or before 7th of succeeding month. You can use the autofill option in the payment voucher to specify the TCS related information required for payment of duty to the department. Click Autofill. Select Start Payment in the type of transaction and TCS as the tax type. Enter the quarter start and end dates. Enter the date till which the TCS was collected. Enter the TCS Nature of Goods section. Select Nature of Goods. You can select specific nature of goods or all to make payment for all nature of goods. Select specific collectee type or all to make payment for all collectee types. Select the residential status. Select the bank from which the payment is made and press enter. The TCS duty ledger is automatically selected and TCS payable amount is pre-filled. The references of all the TCS sales and TCS receipt vouchers in which the TCS was collected also appear in the voucher. Save the voucher. As you witnessed, TallyPrime can handle all the transaction requirements for TCS from accrual or realization, calculation types, threshold limit to PAN and without PAN tax rates. Thank you. For more information, visit help.tallysolutions.com.